Good morning, folks. Good news. It's not raining. It's snowing, but it's not raining. Snow's actually starting to let up a little bit. Maybe it'll stop. I hope. Maybe today you all won't have to live in a box all day. This weather is supposed to clear up. Depends on which news report you watch. Yesterday at 6 it was supposed to clear up by 9. It's 9:30. And by 11 o'clock it's supposed to clear up by 2 o'clock this afternoon. Who knows by now? Maybe it's tomorrow before it clears up. These are the people that predict global warming 100 years from now. They can't get it right tomorrow. Don't you go to pecking me. Anyway, I'm gonna start working on my sawmill. It's just me today, but hopefully I can get it finished up. There's not a whole lot left to do. Some of them little piddly parts, boy. I tell you, putting the clips. It's got lock clips on the doors, and I mean it's only 9 little screws. But they're tiny, and you're working this close to the blade, and man, them things were a pain in the butt. But they're on. The door clip's closed. But just a few things left. Hopefully I'll get it all done today and get it down to the farm and get started. On the home front, down at the farm, I called a feller last week. He said he's going to be there at 5 after 5, or he said he'd be there at 5 o'clock on Monday. He was there at 5 after 5 on Monday and had called me by 5 saying he was turning down the road and going to find where I live. Talking about doing some digging, doing some concrete work, doing some things like that. You know, I'd love to tell you how this guy feels honest and trustworthy and going to do what he says and all that. And actually that's true. He feels that way. But he's guy number 5 on working on this. I don't know. I felt good about him. I felt good about a couple of them other fellers too. One in particular, I thought he was going to be great, and he just quit answering the phone after a while. After putting me off and putting me off and putting me, I'll call you in a couple of weeks. I'll be right there. And then he just quit answering the phone. Needless to say, if you're in Washington County, Kentucky, and you want a recommendation, call me. I'll tell you not to use that feller. At some point this week, I got to get down to my farm, get some stuff measured out, and then call that feller back, and he'll give me an exact quote and stuff on the job. And he doesn't do concrete work, but he's got a couple fellers that he worked with that do concrete work. He said he was pretty sure he could get one of them out there as soon as he got stuff cleared out and dug and all that. And I don't know, we might be making progress. I hope we're making progress. It's gonna make me happy if we're making progress. I piddled around all summer. I mean, look at this. I started late spring trying to deal with this. And here I am sitting in the snow talking about it, hoping that somebody's going to show up and do some work. Hopefully get that sawmill done today. No guarantees. It's just me working on it today. I got no help, but there's not a whole lot. Come on up. How are you? For everybody who heard me talking about my cat with an abscess yesterday, this is her. This is Annie. And after all kinds of research, it's either that or I talked to my wife and she told me. What we kind of figured out is she didn't really have an abscess. There's a parasite that usually gets on dogs, but apparently gets on cats occasionally. And apparently that parasite got on her back here. Now, I'm not going to mess with it because if I touch her, boy, she gets she gets fussy. So she's got a hole back there about that big around. And apparently that parasite had gotten into her, and it came out yesterday. And when it came out, let's just say, from the back bedroom to the back door is about, I don't know, 40 feet. I cleaned walls, I cleaned floors, I cleaned all kinds of stuff. But today she doesn't seem to be none the worse for wear, and she's hungry again. Yesterday she went outside, she didn't come back till last night, and she was grumpy. And if you touch her in the wrong spot this morning, she's pretty grumpy. But I did not know we had that parasite in Kentucky. Goes to show what I know. Next thing on the list to put on here, log dogs. This part goes on like that. That goes like that. Put that on that end. And then this will slide in there, and that's how we adjust our log dog to hold the logs in place. Okay, so that's how that goes. I've got 2 of those. I'm going to place one of them, let's see, 1, 2, 3 bunks there between the 3rd and 4th bunk going that way, and then the other one up where the mill head is. I'm going to place it closer to the mill head. So you got 1, 2 bunks and then the log dog. Log dogs are on. We'll talk more about them when we're actually sawing. The throttle, right there, goes right there. I'm going to put that on next. That's straightforward. 2 bolts, 2 holes. Okay, I've almost got this on. And I'm sure it's going to have some adjustment once it's on. Total pain in the butt. Washer, 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 washer. Those washers are hard to put on while you're putting all this together. But I finally got it. And then that's the throttle. This blade leveling, if you look at that blade, you can see it's off a little bit. And we're going to take a look here at just exactly how that's done. Got to get that to where it's pretty much dead nuts even. Okay, adjusting the blade height. You have to go behind the dashboard and up underneath there to those cables there. It's just simply a matter to raise it. I got to tighten this bolt right here. To lower it, I'd have to lower it to loosen that bolt. I need to tighten this side. I'm going to leave this one where it's at and just tighten that up and should be able to get it. I think I have found my favorite instruction in the manual. It said get a ratchet and tighten that up. I got deep wells, but please. Okay, I've got those tightened up, good and tight. There. I don't think I can get it any more level than that. If I pull it all the way back, the blade kerf will actually catch that piece of metal. So, I think that's pretty well level. Just took a few minutes, but pretty simple to do. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day there. I'm gonna cut some of the stuff I videoed this evening just because if anything could go wrong, it was worse than that. I was trying to put the locks on the frame that it's the locks that hold the mill head to the trailer when you're going down the road, and I went to install those. I had to call my son to bring his impact wrench back because my impact wrench just wasn't doing it. I had to go to the town and buy another 30 millimeter socket because I don't have any 30 millimeter sockets, and we needed 2 and he only had 1. So I had to go to town to do that. Just put me way behind. The reason that I'm not finished today is all that kind of stuff like that. Tomorrow I will go through and show you exactly what I've done and what I've got to do to fix what I've done. There's just a little simple mistake. Boy, don't make it, because the thing don't roll now. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. That'll be really easy to fix. It's not a big problem, but still, it's an aggravating one. But that's kind of where I'm at today. Hopefully, I haven't seen a weather report. I don't know. I'm hoping the weather's not like it was today, because I started out this morning in the snow, Then it turned into rain. I've been wet. It's been 34 degrees all day long. There's been just enough breeze to just hurt you. And cold and wet, not the way to go through life. Anyway, I try not to be so aggravated tomorrow. I hope. And I'm going to try and get this thing finished tomorrow. I really hope. The only reason I didn't get finished today is because I run into just problems. And the problems were I didn't have the right tools to do the job. If you ain't got the right tools, you're in trouble. But anyway, now I've got the right tools. And things are loosened up and I can get it done. But that's where I'm at. If you find this stuff interesting, please keep in mind that I will be doing a video on the entire build, all 4 days, 5 days, however many days it's been, of the build, and put it all together in one comprehensive video. And if you think you might be interested in seeing that, or if you enjoy what I'm doing here, my name's Mark. I am just some old Kentucky homesteader. If you like that, hit the little subscribe button, ding the little bell, get notifications. I really appreciate everybody who watches this. And in the meantime, you please have a blessed day.